Hey, it's Lucy here, and guess what? I'm back on YouTube. It's been a while, but I'm so excited to restart this channel with a video that's super personal and hopefully really helpful. Today, I'm going to tell you how I used to be terrified of flying, like panic attacks in the middle of a flight, terrified, and how I slowly overcame that fear. I'll also explain keywords and pronunciation as we go, so you learn some real English while hearing a real story. Let's dive in. You know what's weird? The first time I ever flew from Warsaw to London in 2007, I felt completely fine. No stress, no fear. I was excited. But then, over the years, something changed. Suddenly, I started having panic attacks on planes. I remember one flight where I cried for most of the journey next to a flight attendant. She was so kind, but I was just sitting there in tears, thinking I was having a heart attack. It wasn't just fear, these were full on panic attacks. Let's have a look at some vocabulary. Panic attack. Panic attack. Yeah? Make sure you pronounce panic with an a sound. Panic. And also, we've got nick. It's not neek, nick. Panic. Panic. Next word, Warsaw. Warsaw. Yeah? It's important. It's not Warsaw. Yeah? At the end of this word, we've got a long or sound. Warsaw. Next one, flight attendant. Yeah, pay attention to the word attendant. We don't say attendant or attendant, it's attendant. Yeah, next one, to be in tears. Yeah, to be crying, to be in tears. Tears, say it with me, tears. It rhymes with ears. Is heart attack, yeah, a serious heart condition, heart attack, attack, heart, long R, heart attack. Next one, full on. Full on, it means extreme or complete, not mild. Full on panic attack. What made it worse was that I had to fly. I lived in London and flew several times a year. And every time I got off the plane, I immediately started thinking, great, in a few days, I have to go through this again. And this time, I might actually die. Yeah, I know it sounds dramatic, but that's exactly how I felt at that moment. To get off the plane, to leave the plane after the flight, get off the plane, to go through something, through, yeah, there's a long oo, through, to go through something. It means to experience something difficult or stressful. Next one, dramatic, dramatic, yeah, make sure you stress is on the right syllable, dramatic. So what helped me? To be honest, there wasn't just one magic solution. It took years, but I really, really wanted to fly comfortably. I was determined to change how I felt. So here's what helped. Number one, exposure therapy. Exposure therapy is when you expose yourself to the thing you're afraid of. You try to experience that thing in order to overcome your fear. I flew regularly anyway, so I had no choice. Number two, I read about how planes actually work. Okay. So when I understood the physics of flying, I felt safer. And one thing that really helped me was something called the jelly theory. It's not a scientific term, but it's super helpful to explain what happens to a plane in the air. So imagine the plane isn't flying through empty space. It's actually flying through something thick like jelly. Yeah. The plane is a solid object, and the air around it is like a soft, wobbly substance that holds it up. So when there's turbulence, the plane isn't falling, yeah? It's just reacting to those little bumps and changes in pressure, yeah? So you're still fully supported, just, jiggling around in the jelly. When I heard that, I was like, oh, so we're not actually about to plummet, okay? We're just wobbling a bit. Okay, I can live with that. Next, number 3, I read a book called The Easy Way to Enjoy Flying by Alan Carr. Yeah, I don't remember exactly what the book was about. Obviously, it was about, flying and not being afraid of flying. But I don't remember exactly what was in it. I just know it really, really helped me. And the last thing I want to mention is that I worked at a university in London and we had aviation students, yeah, actual pilots. Every time I met one of them, I told them I was afraid of flying. And they and they laughed at me. Okay, they laughed at me. It wasn't very pleasant. Obviously, I was scared of flying and they were laughing at me, but honestly, that helped. Let's take a look at some vocab. Determined. Determined. So it means having a very strong desire to do something. Yeah? Determined. Pay attention to the pronunciation of this word. Determined. It's not mind at the end, it's mind. Mind. Determined. Next, theory. Theory. Yeah? That's a system of ideas that explains something. A theory. 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 Yeah? Next one, wobbly. Wobbly. Yeah? It means moving from side to side slightly, not very steady. Not steady like this, just moving like this. Wobbly. Wobbly. Next, we've got bumps. Bumps. Small movements. Yeah? Bumps. Yeah? They're caused by uneven air pressure. Bumps. Bumps. Short bump. Bumps. Next one, jiggling. Jiggling, moving once again very quickly, jiggling, yeah? Light, quick movements, shaking slightly, yeah? Or moving up and down, jiggling, yeah? Let's say it again together, jiggling, jiggling, jiggling. That's right. Next one, plummet. Plummet. Mit. There's an I sound in the second syllable. Plummet. Plummet. And it means to fall very quickly and suddenly. Yeah? Plummet. Next one, pilot. Pilot. Pay attention to the pronunciation of the second syllable. It's not pilot, it's pilot. Lut with a schwa. Lut. Pilot. There was this one pilot I remember to this day, okay? Her name was Maria and she was from Spain and she flew for Wizz Air. And she told me, next time you fly with Wizz Air, check who the pilot is. If it's me, tell the crew to let you into the cockpit and I'll show you everything. It's easier than driving a car. She was tall, she was loud, she was super confident, very Spanish. And somehow that really helped me. She treated it like it was no big deal, you know? And you know what? I actually believed her. I never met her again. I never went into a cockpit, but it helped. Cockpit, yeah? The stress is on the first syllable. Cockpit. And that's the front part of a plane where the pilot controls everything. Cockpit. Obviously, that's the same in Polish and many other languages. Yeah? Next one, crew. Crew. That's the team working on the plane. Yeah? Crew. Crew with a long oo. Crew. No big deal. No big deal. Nothing serious. Nothing to worry about. No big deal. Okay, that's it. That's how I went from full on panic attacks to actually kind of enjoying flying. Yeah, I can't say I love flying, but it's a neutral activity for me now, like traveling by train. Yeah. If you're afraid of flying, you're not alone and there is a way out. Okay. Also, did you learn some new expressions today? Leave me a plain in the comments if this helped and tell me if you have any travel fears or perhaps funny flight stories. Thank you so much for your time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.